A company with one of the best marketing strategies ever. The biggest furniture giant that revolutionized homes worldwide. They also made this. It is IKEA. From millions of meatballs to bazillions of Billy bookcases, IKEA is so successful that it not only fills our homes with furnishings, it is also deep inside of our heads. So much so that there is an actual phenomenon known as the IKEA effect. IKEA is one of the most instantly recognizable stores anywhere you might happen to be. And with 471 stores across 63 countries, you may see them pretty much anywhere you go. The big bright blue and yellow is an important part of IKEA's extremely successful brand identity. The blue and yellow theme colors nod to the store's Swedish heritage as the colors of the Swedish flag. But they're also doing a lot of heavy lifting in the psychological marketing of the company as well. The brand blue is their own color. It draws attention to it. And the brand yellow was chosen because the color is associated with optimism and creates a super positive impression. That iconic blue and yellow is also the basis for the brand logo. That is an essential part of IKEA's visual identity. I actually grew up in Sweden, so I can speak Swedish and I can pronounce the IKEA name properly. IKEA. And I can pronounce those lovely weird IKEA names that people seem to enjoy so much. Like Järvfjället, which is a gaming chair, but also a mountain. Or Bodviken, a wash basin, but also a Swedish lake. To many customers, IKEA isn't just a store, it's a whole experience. And this feeling is what IKEA really managed to develop over the years. Known as retailtainment, this is a marketing method that uses different techniques to give customers a unique experience instead of just focusing on the money part of the business. IKEA is famous for being a family-friendly destination, even down to having its very own free supervised area for kids called Småland. This is not only helpful to parents who are trying to choose furniture, but it also creates experience for children who will no doubt become future shoppers, and this makes them happy to go to the store, which is not something that a lot of store owners can claim. In addition to the kids area, there are restaurants with great value food and drinks for everyone. The IKEA restaurant is affordable and casual, and it is such a phenomenon that as many as 30% of the users go there just to eat. This is also the home of the iconic IKEA Swedish meatball, which is known and loved around the world. It is featured in ad campaigns and it brings people back time and time again. In 2022 alone, IKEA sold a staggering 1 billion meatballs. And a fun fact is that they created these restaurants simply because people got hungry and went home without buying anything. So the point of these restaurants is actually not to be profitable, it's just to keep people in the store. As a marketing expert, I can say for sure that IKEA is definitely one of the best at what it does. So make sure that you're staying till the end because I'll be sharing some of the coolest techniques that IKEA and big supermarkets are using to make sure that you're buying much more that you were planning for. IKEA has created a feel-good interactive experience with its use of inspiring showrooms which invite customers to try out the furnishing. Everything encourages interaction and play. Open doors, crawl through tunnels, lounging on sofas, and standing in showers. This kind of invitation to be curious and enjoy the rooms that they built is a huge part of IKEA's unique offer. This is no regular furniture showroom. This is a place to join in and relax. Essentially, the same ethos that is at the core of the marketing strategy. One television campaign known as "It Won't Feel Like Home Till It Feels Like You" shows a family moving into the house. But the house itself seems to be making the new family feel unwelcome. Doorknobs fly out and refuse to be opened. Paintings scowl from the walls, and even the welcome mat has a suspicious message. Then, as the family begins to add their own personality, all with the help of IKEA products, of course, the house starts to accept them and returns to its own fixtures to the people. This TV commercial is typical of IKEA's quirky sense of humor and playful approach to marketing. When you enter an IKEA store, there are immediately many psychological methods being used to create opportunities for you to purchase more and be pulled into the experience of shopping the IKEA way. The store layout layout is a massively important part of this technique. Known as the Gruen effect, this technique is used by IKEA constantly. Basically, what it means is that the customer is so distracted and disoriented by the surroundings of the retail environment that they will stay much longer than they intended and have their attention pulled away from what they first wanted to purchase. This ends up by making them much more likely to make impulse purchases. And in IKEA, there are literally thousands of impulse options available. Did you ever go to IKEA to buy a desk chair and leave with 47 different items, including a toilet brush and a mini rug? You're not alone. And this is exactly what the marketing strategy used in store is designed to do. The store layout is carefully planned to captivate their customers and enhance the exploration, but it also specifically is trying to create lots of diversions from the customer's planned trip. They use pathings to create continuous flow of customers. Those arrows on the floor that are leading you where IKEA wants you to go, it moves people from one section to the next with ease. So you don't even notice that you're walking through endless areas which do not contain any desk chair that you went to buy in the first place. In fact, you now have one of those IKEA's bright yellow bags and it's filling up with candles, batteries, one of those clothes rollers to remove fluff, and something that looks like it will be used in the kitchen. How's this happening? Well, IKEA uses a couple of different methods here. The first part of the formula is basically to create a perfect environment for impulse purchases by grouping together lots of random and jumbled cheaper items. This creates a feeling of abundance and encourages spending. By placing loads of affordable things in a disorderly way, the customers is immediately comfortable that these items are within their budget. This placement creates a cost-effective association in the customer's minds to set them up for future impulse purchases. But the next technique that IKEA employs is the use of anchoring and pricing strategies. This means that they understand that customers will recognize the value of something based on the first price that they see. So perhaps they will group more expensive but similar items next to the cheaper one so that the customers will believe the cheaper one is of good value. IKEA also loves to use the idea of limited edition to some of its products. They often have these seasonal items that are only available for a short period of time. This creates a feeling of scarcity, which encourages an impulse purchase because the sign may read "last chance to buy," and the customer will experience the famous fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. This is a very powerful marketing tool, and IKEA is a master of using it. Finally, they use the open wallets methods where small, cheaper items are positioned near the checkouts to encourage those last-minute impulse purchases. When you have to spend all day at IKEA trying out room designs, admiring mountains of cushions, and carrying a heavy yellow bag until you swapped it for a cart, you will be really tired. So this is where you will likely pick up a couple of impulse purchases like chocolate or candies with funny names like Plop. This final opportunity to buy is a selection of low-cost ways to enhance your shopping experience. Your open wallet may have you adding items to your cart even at the very last part of the store. And don't forget that donut or hot dog on your way out. IKEA really knows their customers. In fact, their major slogan of recent years, "The Wonderful Everyday," perfectly emphasizes the way that their marketing is based on what they know about the way people live and the way they want to live in their homes. This slogan was launched with a series of TV commercials and print ads with IKEA product enhancing everyday lives. This is all about making the normal day-to-day more magical and playful, and this appears over and over in IKEA's strategy. They have used the science of selling so well that there is a phenomenon that is so closely associated with this particular brand that it's actually named after it. This is the IKEA effect. What this unique selling point means is that when you buy a piece of flat pack furniture from IKEA, your experience doesn't finish when you take that item home. You then have to actually build the furniture yourself. The IKEA effect refers to that feeling that you get when you successfully build it. You become a co-creator and ultimately place more value on the item because you helped to build it. You get a sense of pride and achievement. This comes from a psychological concept that is called self-efficacy. This basically means that it creates a belief that you can complete a task, and then it gives you a hit of dopamine, the so-called feel-good hormone that creates the feeling of satisfaction and pleasure. And this can motivate you to seek more of it. So you happily head back to IKEA the next time. That IKEA effect actually has the power to create a kind of connection between the person and the product. Ultimately, this all comes down to the product design that IKEA is so famous for. As a brand, IKEA has pioneered the flat pack furniture industry. IKEA, like many other massive corporations, has woven sustainability through its offer. Even though the iconic IKEA catalog is no longer available in print because of the company's dedication to its environmental sustainability, they now have expanded their online offering and are constantly innovating to give customers new and exciting experiences. One of the most recent additions to the IKEA's online platform is an app that is AR supported. It uses augmented reality, which combines digital information with the user's environment in real time to allow customers to virtually place furniture into their rooms and see how it would fit. It is a revolutionary idea, and it offers an interactive experience even when shopping from home. IKEA knows that the best way to make sales is to give customers opportunities to interact with their products, and they have found yet another way to make that happen, even over the internet. When it comes to marketing, IKEA really knows how to make that work for them. They have products that people love, stores that people will visit just for fun, and a brand reputation that has spread around the world. This means that you will never be far from a Billy bookcase wherever you may travel. So, thank you for watching, and if you want to see a video about Nike and what their crazy marketing strategy is, then please click right over here. And please subscribe and like this video to see more of it. Until next time, take care.